line. He did have the Viking control, so he had the complete control of the air, and that probably would have been a pretty smart thing to do.
And we do have NaDa spawning here in the bottom left as the red Terran. In the top left, we do have the little one as the blue Terran. And as we were saying before, getting control of this thin ramp. Look at all this space where you can get contained right out here. That's very dangerous. But that's why a lot of players do not really like taking this back expansion first. They'll take that second after they get their main natural up.
Well, the spawning positions actually favor TLO. If they do decide to take the back rocks, if we look at the distance for TLO to the cliff above his natural, he's going to be dropped so easily. And compare that to NaDa. He has to travel all the way up there and then drop down. It's so far away.
This little one is making a supply depot. Again, I love it when it's on the inside of the minerals. On the outside, it's very vulnerable to Banshees. NaDa also, doing the exact same thing in his base, and nothing out of the ordinary, no proxying. This is a very, very close map in terms of distance-wise. Whoa, a little bit of a misclick there by NaDa. Very easy to make that mistake when you're on the big stage, but definitely not the way you want to begin a match.
Yeah, definitely. And NaDa actually needs to. I think compared to the previous games, I think he should scout before the barracks finishes. He's not actually getting inside TLO's base. And he's not scouting anything. TLO always has these Marines out. And it doesn't actually matter what spawning position. The only way NaDa's actually going to get inside the base if he scouts in the right direction on a small map. It's not even technically worth using the scout.
And watching NaDa play is very reminiscent of Idra, because Idra has this big repetition, doesn't like to make a lot of big deviations in his play early on. And we can see that NaDa, I think that's a lot of the motivation for why he's not scouting. He's saying, well, I'm going to be going tank with the reactor for double Vikings early on. And that's just what I'm going to do, so there's no reason to do any earlier scouting.
And look at this, exactly the same supply depot placement every time as well. He loves this 2 supply depot just above the Vespian guys right there. I mean, everything from NaDa is exactly the same every game. Like you said, not only the build, the building placements as well.
And it looks like this SCV of the little one is going to get repelled. Nothing too uncharacteristic from either player. Both of them just, that's a little bit uncharacteristic from TLO. He is getting the very fast tech lab. We've seen a lot of players in TvT favor getting a Marauder out early because it does bolster a lot of early pushes and block a lot of early pushes. It will, alright, it's not an early Marauder, it's a Reaper. Back to you, Apollo.
It is an early Reaper indeed. We are not seeing Nitro packs though being researched. I wonder how useful the Reapers could actually be extremely useful against NaDa, because he only does build these couple of Marines on the top. But actually, look at this.
Oh, look at this.
NaDa's changing his style.
By NaDa, and here's the Marauder coming out. It will not be able to beat this Reaper. This Reaper from the little one is rallied to that back expansion area, exactly as you were saying before. It's going to get a sneak peek into the main of NaDa. NaDa hasn't begun researching concussive shell or stim. But whenever you get 2 barracks this early, it generally signifies you're going to do an early attack.
And definitely, with these 2 gas visors, I actually think he probably should be looking to get upgrades straight away. That's the reason why these 2 Vespian guys are being done right now. And look, he's getting the second tech up right now. It looks like he might be going for a very fast Marauder push.
But here comes the little one with the Reaper. He will get a chance to look into the main, but he needs to not overvalue SCVs. Scouting is equally important at this stage. He takes out 1, 2 SCVs. He's going to be able to get a third. He sees the Marauders, so now he's going to be swinging around, but oh, can he get another one? That's 4 kills right now. He was able to get with that Reaper. That's a good benefit, but again, still no knowledge from the little one as to what his opponent is doing.
Oh, he didn't actually see that. Oh, that's actually a big. Actually, even though he did take 4 SCVs, I would have rather TLO to actually scout rather than getting the 4th SCV. That would have been a lot more beneficial to him. But then, like we was talking about before, NaDa plays like Hydra and uses the same build over and over. And maybe TLO is thinking this, but NaDa's actually pushing out. He doesn't have stim research, but this push right now, and we look in TLO's base, he doesn't have any unity. He has like 3 Marauders and 1 Marine. This push by NaDa could be actually deadly to TLO.
But no upgrades from NaDa at all. He wants to be able to have a follow-through after this. There is a Hellion coming out. The Hellion will be able to tank a little bit of damage, but the Hellion dies immediately, and suddenly Little One realizes he has to bring all his units back. The SCVs from Little One are going to have to pop out into the fray as well. Big push by NaDa, and here comes target firing on all the Marauders, and 1 Marauder from the Little One doing his own thing. Very big mistake there from the Little One, but he does manage to defend, somehow miraculously, not really losing very many units at all, and now getting the medevac out. We see a Starport coming up from NaDa. I can't believe that attack didn't go that well.
Yeah, look at this now. Actually, look at TLO. He's actually extremely scared about this. Look, he's actually got all these SCVs. Now he's moving them back. But he was scared of more Marauders coming in. He thought NaDa was pushing kind of an all-in style. He's even building the bunker. He will be able to salvage that and get 100% of the funds from back. But look, he's actually scared right now.
But, I mean, it's kind of incredible, though, that in the midst of all that, Little One is ahead by 15 food. That's very unusual this early on in the game to have that sort of significant lead on your opponent. But apparently the effects of the Reaper are, you know, coming to fruition as we get later in the game. And there goes NaDa again emphasizing the double Viking, but it's not going to matter because there's a Hellion and a Marine coming in the back. Little One hates stopping attacking at any point.
Yeah, every time. TLO is
immediately taking out one SCV, immediately taking out two. There's another third vulnerable one doing a lot of damage now, target firing this big clump. Oh my god, that's such a huge cluster. He needs to be careful. Oh, if he can just get one more shot off, he is coming back. This is the tight pack of SCVs. He's trying to get just one key shot off. He will be able to do a ton of damage.
Look at that drop ship, Michael. That is awesome. That is so cool because there was actually no anti-air. And he's dropping, picking up. And before the Marauders actually, because the Medivac is faster than the Marauders, therefore he's been able to drop and pick. Look at that. That is so funky there by TLO.
Yeah, I mean, he's dropping the Hellion, and when the Marauders fire, he's picking the Hellion up as the concussive shell is mid-flight. And then the concussive shells don't do any damage to the Hellion once they've picked up. So, I mean, great play. Going to the income tab, we can see that a full 10 SCVs ahead for the Little One, and an expansion going down at the back door. Not going to try to knock that down. Instead, just going to go directly for the push. Marauder in the center for NaDa, going to get pulled back as well.
And look at TLO right now. He knows that all these SCVs are on half health, basically. There is like 25 SCVs on half health, and he has two Vikings to help defend the Marauder, and he's got a dropship with two Hellions, and if they actually hit these SCVs, they're going to go down. As I said, at half health, they're going to die so fast.
And here comes the push at Little One from the front and the drop at the back. This is all geared towards killing those SCVs. And here the Hellions are going to be able to drop. NaDa has almost nowhere to run there. A few key shots. He's able to kill one SCV. The Vikings do take out the Medivac. And Little One coming in the front side as well. NaDa in complete total disorganization. Look, pulling all the units back. And here come the Marauders. They're going to take out the Tech Labs. So that's going to cut into the Marauder production of NaDa. And look, NaDa now bringing his Marauders to kill Little One. And Little One just going to attack the back all over again.
Yeah, he is in such a lead right now, Day 9. He's got 31 SCVs compared to 18 of NaDa. This harassment style is really putting NaDa on the back foot.
But unfortunately, Little One does not have that much barracks production, so NaDa's forces are a little bit larger. But oh no, NaDa engaging this before he has vision. So Little One able to target fire and do initially more damage, but I can't tell who's going to be able to win this fight. Good target firing by Little One. And somehow Little One's going to come out on top. He should not have been able to come out on top by great target firing. He has control of the center still, and the back destructible rocks are almost done, and Little One just having a big lead right now.
Yeah, and he's going to go to the back of the base and get rid of these destructible rocks. He's going to take that so he can get his natural down. NaDa has this extra command center, and the longer this stays up, the more energy it's going to build. And he actually might be able to get back into the game in terms of SCV count because the mules bring in so much extra resources.
And going to the unit counting station, we do see 33 SCVs for Little One, 24 for NaDa, and a lot of stuff just for the Little One. He has Medivacs, Vikings, Marauders, Hellions. Generally excellent mix, but that expansion is a little bit later for the Little One.
Yeah, and NaDa is actually pulling back in SCVs. This command center has been up for long. Only now is TLO's orbital command been put down. And look at these SCVs. They like want to go back to the main. TLO's like, no, you have to mine here, guys. You have to stay here.
So it looks like more Marauders continue to be made for Little One. Pretty even production capacity by both players, especially with the reactors on both the starports. Going to be a few more a few more Marauders out here for the Little One. And again, the Medivac drops are what are setting Little One apart in this game. And whoa, is that the good game? It looks like NaDa didn't realize or didn't have any way to come through in this game. He was getting harassed way too much and just decided to say GG and leave.
Yeah, I mean, he was on the back foot the entire game. He was so far behind. That one push with the Marauders really did throw him back. When he went in there, Marauders into the middle with that Zeltnaga tower, and he lost all the Marauders in a battle that he should have won. He was on the back foot and couldn't come back into the game. He knew he was behind, and he just really couldn't pull back.
Yeah, I mean, having that big of a lead in SCV count is just huge, so it becomes increasingly difficult to just be able to get back in the game. And, you know, a lot of people just seem to think that the game is won in these huge epic battles, but so much of it is about chipping your opponent away and getting that eventual lead. And we can just see amazing creativity by the Little One to use completely unique styles in all three games. And
actually, this is only a show match, but if you think about it, this is TLO showing Koreans this is how we play European style. He is going to Korea on Monday to fight for a place in GSL, to play in the huge tournament that Korea are hosting, and this is great. This is awesome because he is able to bring down NaDa, a Starcraft legend, and basically he is telling everybody, I can play with Koreans, I can beat Koreans, and this is fantastic news for TLO.